Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. I apologize for the lateness, I guess. Even though sometimes it just takes me a little bit because I don't want to go live and then have to do something just go like, "Oh yeah, hey, I didn't get this ready." So had a couple of people making fun of me in the comments, but no. Anyway, guys, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to be continuing on with our Republic of Georgia video. Get that little plane leaving for Russia, even though Russia hates us. Last stream was actually really interesting because the geopolitical situation in the world basically got to a point in which, like, the United States had a military coup that took place. So if we actually go over to the United States, they used to hate us, but now they're conservative rightist. They're a conservative rightist military government right now because the chief of army of the United States basically took over and was just like, haha, like we're gonna take over. And like apparently like Biden got thrown out of office, and then Kamala Harris got thrown out of office, so it was a interesting turn of events. And then, for whatever reason, the socialists took over in Russia. So that now has a dark red country on my border. You know, Armenia has always been dark red, and we didn't really need to worry about them, but Russia is definitely something that we want, country that we definitely want to worry
The theory
about.
That says if E1 doesn't like E2 and E2 doesn't like...
Okay, so we're going to go over to here. We're going to go over to Air Center. A lot of canister of gas. Let's go ahead and send out an arrest warrant, neutralization.
We've proceeded to...
We're just going to keep stopping them from going through with their plans. That's all we can do. Sympathizers, mercenaries 20, 81 national popularity, or 81 regional popularity, and 16 national popularity. Military coup in the U.S. was common. Rulers of Nations. I want to play Rulers of Nations. You should send me that RG. RG, the greatest of my subscribers. We have a 2.47% surplus. Republic Bionics. Oh, you know, I'm an idiot. We can't see. Alright, so basically, I'm pretty sure you guys heard everything that I just said. Yeah, Russia hates us, and the United States has a military government as of right now. However, the good thing is that there are elections coming up in the United States. We're going to be watching those very closely as they come up, but we also have an election coming up in November for Parliament, and then when is our election? 12/1/24. I don't know why those take place. I've been in Prince Jabba. That is a very interesting turn of events right there, but I have no idea what to tell you, my man. Fast food. I want to develop some fast food in Georgia. Can I get a production? Oh yeah, I can. Let's go ahead and exonerate the sector. Is internet services, publishing, profits. Let's see, $5 million. Urban transportation, which we have fully nationalized. How much would would it give me? 85 million to 120 million if I wanted to privatize it. And I have this increases. It is May, so June, July. It's going to be your next quarterly payments. Okay, so setting an example, that's to reduce the pay for the president. Immigration. What's our illegal immigration looking like? So we have apparently. It's kind of funny how we're only queuing like 5 immigrants.
We have strong suspicions.
File. Yeah. Okay. We have strong suspicions. So yeah, we already stopped that attack from happening. Officers 7,000. Let's pause. Legislation, ID check, strong. Wow. An identity check is a police action that aims to establish the identity of a person and can take place for various reasons to suspect the person. Criminal investigation, breach of the peace, anti-terrorism, controls near the border, the Minister of the Interior established conditions for intervening in the action guidelines. What's going on, PTK? What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. C2 and arrest. Surveillance cameras. Purpose of reducing crime is they facilitate the net investigative work of police. Recordings can be used during criminal trials. Video surveillance is, however, very controversial as it can be seen as an invasion of privacy. Let's see if we can increase this to 12,000. Yeah, let's go ahead and go through with that. Parliament and the people seem to be pretty for that, but obviously Cassius always hates that for some reason. I don't get that. Attempted assassination has been prevented. Budapest, attempted assassination of a politician, of a Georgian politician. So let's go back over to Secret Service, go over to File. We're just gonna watch until they come back with, what about this? $315 million. How much money do I have to spend? Let's do an additional 2 stars to cryptography. And let's max out the agents on the national territory. We're going to have a lot of agents on the national territory. Real friend for our world. Budapest and sit-in. Water cannons have been used. Okay. Wish they were bulldozers, but you can only wish. Research, and we're going to be dealing with the elections today, so that's going to be interesting. To say the least. Probable outcome in 2025 fusion nuclear power plants. Yeah. We discover new fusion nuclear power plants. We're not going to need them. Need electricity again. Research. Let's max this out. Go back over here. High density battery 2024-2025. And fusion. Can't discover it in 2024. Go over to currency. It's back at 12%. Got down to like 10%, but now it's at 12, and our growth rates is at 8%. $32.5 billion. GDP's world share is going up. Exports are going up. Imports are barely going up. Trade balance overall has kind of stayed the same, which is good. Where's my latency? It's on normal? Come on. Okay, so apparently my responses might be a little later than usual. So I do apologize for that in advance. That's done by. Let's go over to transportation. Let's go to intense traffic. So we could do an intense traffic airport. No. What about... This would cost like $3 billion. We need to still wait on that oil tanker port. Well, but I could... Actually, what I could do... Let's go over here. And biomass, solar, fossil. We get 2 terawatts from fossil electricity. We could just dismantle both of those. CO2 emissions, what are they doing? They kind of flatlined, it looks like. I've never seen it do that. Fuel. Do I need to import fuel? We only have like -$4 million what do you call it? Trade balance on fuel. Parliament. We're just gonna make our way toward the elections, and it looks like that the elections should achieve Greater Georgia.
The theory.
Possibly. Okay, let's go over to terrorists. Abkhazia. Place under surveillance. And then infiltrates. Go over here. Cyber awareness. Go to Zimbabwe, launch a massive cyber attack. Go ahead and commence that. Go to manage networks, and let's do political spying. Yeah, let's do political spying. Then, could we try to intervene in the American election? No? Continue thinking. Go over to police, military operations, housing. What about here? Yeah, let's do 3,400 housing units for $270 million out of our treasury.
Our task. Duly noted.
Duly noted. Copy that. Space research, education. Let's go over to backup. We're gonna do maybe an additional $200 million to education. Correspondence. Aids and grants. Teacher training and supervision and guidance. There it is. $198 million additional to budget priorities. And then let's do higher education. Let's do scientific, economy and law, tourism, foreign languages, literary and teaching, and medical. No, do this. An additional $150 million for higher education. That way we can improve. We need to go ahead and sign a student exchange with someone. Is what we need to do. Thoughts on Congressman David Jolly? I've actually not heard of David Jolly. I have yet to start paying attention to the what do you call it? The 20. I mean, well, I am paying attention to the 2022 midterms. But mainly, I just specifically, you know, I'm not really a strategist or anything. I just kind of like analyze what happens. Slight reduction, numbers of people in extreme
Our
poverty.
fellow countrymen.
Population, let's see the poverty line. I need to lower poverty. We need to like have a serious fight against poverty somehow. Index linked rent increases. Limits on rent increases can halt building speculation, price inflation, so has an effect on purchasing power. The trade-off is that reduced investment in rental housing and an impact on the building sector in the long term, more or less. Let's do index-linked rent increases. Can I even get that passed, is the question. I cannot. So let's do monthly rent allowance for low salaries. Weird. State aid, can we do reduced rate loans at government cost? We can. So let's go ahead and add both of those into a reform and make an open gun law in Georgia. I actually need to check the gun laws. Let's go ahead and check that whenever we're done with this housing reform. Let's call it the housing, just call it something basic. Call it the housing reform. And so this is going to establish state aid for purchase of property in Georgia. According to World Bank, a real estate policy that makes it easier to acquire real estate contributes to reducing poverty, promotes real estate investment, and improves productivity, and enables the poorest sections of the population to avail of economic opportunities. It thus revitalizes the growth of the country. What about reduced income tax? That would cost the country $66.6 million. We're going to go ahead and start off with reduced rate loans for right now. It's going to get 95% passed. And then let's do index-linked rent increases. Let's see what that does to the reform. 72%. And then we can go for a monthly rent allowance. 50.2. Add that to the housing reform. And our party basically kind of turns against it, but most of the parliament is still in favor of it. So we've just effectively changed every law that we have available in the housing department, which is cool. We have a very effective housing policy this episode. Oh yeah, let's go over here. Let's go over to construction, and let's go over to oil platforms. Oh yeah, we don't have the manpower. We need 6,000 available. We can actually finance the whole thing through our treasury. That way we're not really paying much out of our pocket. So we're going to do that as soon as we get it. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more of this. Are you going to capture the oil fields of Azerbaijan? Soon, man. Soon. Whenever the Russians don't hate us. Currency tax. Value added tax. $307 million. That will not pass. Parliament. Let's increase the VAT to 19%. We're going to shoot 20%. Yeah, people really didn't like that social.
We rocked it.
We rocked it.
It hit hard.
It hit hard. Transportation, planes, all paralyzed. Yeah, this is what you get for funding my terrorist groups, by the way. Okay. Cool.
The bill had
salary increase. You're still asking for salary increases, apparently. We gotta sit in. Go over to head of state, communication, order a poll, opinion poll. Okay. Sour grapes from Budapest. It's unfortunate. Aha, we got our workers back. So let's go over to energy. Let's go over to oil platforms. Get that done in 4 months. We'll have that done in 120 days, actually, by the time the election comes around. That's our first oil rig. Industry. Armed pickup trucks, anti-missile batteries, aluminum. May even start an aluminum industry. Let's see. Oh, we can. Exonerates. Maybe that'll drive up the demand for bauxite, and then we can actually import some bauxite from like Brazil.
You are giving our
voting intentions. Let's go over to head of states. Look at poll voting intentions. We're still above 50%. We can actually probably ask a couple other parties. We're probably going to try to see if we can get the UTR to step out of the race. Get as many votes as we can. Keep a majority into parliament. Publicize look, so let's do this. And it looks like that we are still ahead in terms of associations. These are voting groups actually. So unions, the only ones that only union we're not winning is the the only group we're not winning is the unions. So we will keep an eye on that. Nomination of head of government. Speaking of, fun fact about the 2024 Georgian election.
Good news.
We actually have a, they actually had this referendum back in 2018 or something like that, basically saying that in Georgia they will go for a electoral college. So the president that was elected,
The bill.
Tax increases, ideological betrayal. Yeah. We're not doing it that often. The president that was elected in 2018 was the last one that would be elected by the people, and now it's actually going to be a part of like a parliamentary system, and then the parliament elects it through some sort of electoral college. So I have yet to see the specific details of the law, but yeah, that's what's going on there. Increased fact collective for consumer rights is shocked that the state's treating the consumer like a milking cow. Oh yes, we are treating you like a milking cow. You guys, the economy is overstimulated. We need to slow down, but growth is so hard to control in this game.
Here is our
4% unemployment, civil servants. Let's do all $700.
We have strong suspicions that...
Yeah, ruh-roh, Scoob! Hang on. Secret Service. We did have him conversed for more than an hour with 3 unknown persons at an airport. Proceed with an arrest. Growth is so hard to control, he says right after building an oil well. Come on, you guys can make it. Should I cancel the oil well project? I feel like I should. Away. We're just fighting. a presidential bunker. Oh, come on. Why is there a cholera epidemic that... There's no way that I would get a cholera epidemic. We could cost $14.1 million. Yeah, I guess. Let's deal with this riot, and we will get rid of this cholera epidemic.
We have subdued.
I want to know why in such a developed Georgia people are still getting cholera, but okay. I've also noticed that there's like cholera like all over Europe right now. Actually, that's plague. I like how cholera and plague always break out, but it's never like influenza, because influenza is in the game, but it's never. Inflation is really bad long term for your economy. Yep. Sweet, I'm just in time. Yes, you're about 26 minutes late. 2 have died and 40 have been contaminated by cholera in Tbilisi. Bakazi and Free Friends bombed defused in Sukhumi train station. Why are they bombing their own city? The alarm went just at the same time the security agent was intrigued by a plastic bag concealed under a seat. According to specialists, a particular device would suggest terrorist groups AFF as the perpetrator of this attack. Yeah, still with 129 million. How do I go after their funding? Like, where are they getting their money from? High density in labs. Ooh. Hang on, let's do some math here. So 152 times 30, that's 4560. We have about 8,000 that are... So we just need to build 2 of these, 4,000. It's about 8,000. What if we needed to build maybe another 150? How many can we build? Only 100. So we could do 2 multidisciplinary centers. We'll think about that in a second. Norway I actually might do. So that's going to be plus 4,000, 8,560, 8,000. So we're going to be a little bit short, but we could fill that up with the regular centers, the laboratories. But we could build 2 multidisciplinary centers. That'll be 1,500 people, 28,000 available. It's going to cost $1.1 billion, and all of it will be financed by the Treasury. We'll have about 280, 90 million left over. Let's do it. And I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go get myself a drink. I'll be like 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so Gory. multidisciplinary is good for big countries like the United States or China or UK. Well, yeah, because you have so many. But what I've actually noticed is basically you always get that message.
Our sports.
So Paris is coming up. You always get this message right here. Let me go back. Where it basically says like the research labs are overcrowded. So what I've always noticed, and the way I allocate funding to research in this game, is basically it tells you how many that it fits inside of this one research center. So if it, so 30 researchers, and then the multidisciplinary centers hold 2,000. So what you can actually do is that you can multiply the number of the actual number of facilities that you have by 30. So if you go over here, go to your calculator, and that's how I found this number. Go to your calculator, you do 152 times 30, and that's equals 4,560. So with the amount of laboratories that I have right now, I can fit 4,560 workers inside of these research centers. However, I have 6,077 researchers that are available, and I have the goal of 8,970. So then you can multiply how much more that you need. So I will still be short by about like 400 workers after these two multidisciplinary centers are finished. But as soon as these are done, then we'll, go through the math again, and then I'll be able to figure it out, so long as we win this election, because I wasn't able to do well as Taiwan. So hopefully Georgia is a different story. Presidential elections started with primaries. Primaries have just begun. Madam President, these internal campaigns and the political parties will enable us to know the official candidates who will run in the elections in 135 days. Popularity and level among our members is excellent. This is no time to beat around the bush. You should present yourself as a candidate, Madam President. You wish to present yourself as a candidate for the Conservative Liberal Party, Madam President. Let's go ahead and accept that. We'll run for one more term, because if we actually look over to head of states, nomination, election, renewable head of states mandates. So this is going to be the only other term we're going to be able to run with this lady in. So we actually have the ability to reform the Constitution and say that we can run for another term, or we can run for an unlimited amount of terms. But I'm not going to do that as of yet, unless we meet. I'm not really as I guess in wait, hang on. Statement. Frustrated an attack on a karaoke bar in Sukumi. In special circumstances, the fact the bomber was participating in the karaoke, thus delaying the schedule for triggering the explosive. Out of the blue, we received Abkhazia Freeburns claimed responsibility for the attack. Before the attack had occurred, arriving at the place, a terrorist singer was still on the stage singing "Bang Bang." You must think about this, Madam President.
It's true that the blow can...
Alright, we're going to continue to do that. Looks like that our efforts are being fruitful. We can actually dismantle the organization soon. We continue to go on. You exactly described what I do. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but some people out there don't know, and that's what I am here for. 260 contaminated by cholera, and 13 have died. Unfortunately. Wait.
Following our investigation after the arrest of the head of the organization,
Dismantled a large part of the organization. Thank you. Dinara Parulava is running again. Medication purchase. You have an opportunity to buy antibiotics that could help us limit the epidemic. The cost is $6.95 to treat each infected individual. We currently have 480 infected people. So let's do 6.95 times 480. That is 3,360. 3,336. Let's do 50 million. $50 million. I always give them like plenty of money to work with. Dinara Parlava, just running again.
My fellow citizens, it was after intense reflection and multiple consultations that I decided to run for president. Once again, I ask you to grant me the honor of leading the destiny of our nation.
Yeah, and I guess in the next 4 years or 5... oh, wait, she has a 5-year term, doesn't she? Head of States, term... oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. Hopefully we get elected for another term. Maybe you should start a podcast. I do have a podcast, it's just that I haven't really posted to it that much. I'm a part of a podcast group.
Just do...
Conditions would be to the death. Cholera epidemic, 26 dead. Likely to increase
the spread of the
stocks. Brain cell reproduction, cool. The game keeps crashing whenever I press new game, and save games got deleted. I don't know. I mean, I would maybe uninstall and reinstall, but be careful, because if you've already done that before, then the game's probably not going to activate itself. If you don't want to do that, I would email Eversim.
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and...
I keep getting spotted and murdered. That just pisses me off. Place under surveillance. Going to keep increasing the amount of national agents that I have. Probably going to have more national agents on the territory than police. Yeah, we already do. Let's do an additional few thousand police officers. Number of police officers, 7,000. Policemen per capita, 1.42. Probably going to get a protest from... oh, okay, never mind. Security and unemployments. Thank you. Should I cancel oil platforms? Can I not? Oil platforms. Crap, I can't. Opening of the Summer Olympics by Mr. Macron. What else does the geopolitical situation look like? We have... I don't recognize her. Angela Meener. Who is she? She's a part of the Conservatives. In Norway, same lady is in power. In Spain, same guy. I actually started my own game as Spain. India, is Mr. Modi still in power? Yes, he is. And China is Xi Jinping. He is. What about Japan? Toshihiko Niwa is in power. What is his health? Oh yeah, he's about to die. Look at that guy. Oh, he always usually dies around this time. And he's actually really... yeah, he's gonna die before that election. He's not gonna make it to that election. South Korea, some guy named Psy. Mr. Morrison is still in power in India and in Brazil. He is still in power. And yeah, Mr. Erdogan is still in power in Turkey. And what else? What else? Canada. Oh, we got another guy in power. Who are you? Oh, the Conservatives won in Canada. Huh. So the Conservatives won in Canada. We could actually sign a free trade agreement with them. Okay, let's continue. do we have? Do free trade agreements even? Do you guys have to? Whenever you guys like go so far with the free trade agreements, do they last? Like, do they expire? Because I thought they expired. Do you have to renew your free trade agreements every couple of years? Is Israel always in crippling debt? Hang on. National debt. Oh, yeah. So 12.14% deficit, and their debt is 89% of the GDP. So what is their GDP? $400 billion debt for Israel. Wait, who's in power in Israel? Oh, yeah. Who's he part of? Conservative rightists. Don't they ever expire even after 50 years? Oh, okay. What if they did? Quarantine cease. PG's of it. Oh my god, please don't start this again. I hate Matt Gagnon. Costing us $12.4 million a week. I wonder if this is necessary. Do you wish to lift this quarantine? Yeah, let's lift it.
Considering the latest developments in the epidemic, you could be confident at present that all danger of infection has been eliminated.
Has been eliminated. Final outcome: 46 dead, while 2 cities were affected by the disease.
Even if we will never take away the trauma, compensating the victims of the disaster will allow them to get on top of things,
Let's
at
do
least
$600
financially.
million.
So, what budget would you like to award them?
Yikes, that was a costly epidemic for Georgia. Good thing we have a surplus. Education, wow, look at that. It's $3.3 billion for education for us. It was Beto. He was a guy that ran for Senate in Texas in 2018. It was like some stupid inside joke that a lot of people had. Matt Gagnon. That basically I voted for Beto. It was started by some other guy. Just to say like PG voted for Beto. Which I didn't. They just keep saying I voted for Beto for no reason. What was per person? The cost? No, it wasn't. Georgia's a model country. That's not per family. That's the overall estimated needs at $600 million. Estimated needs were at $600 million. That was not... We didn't win any medals. We need to give more funding to our sports. You should say it to everyone in public. I have. I've said it on the stream. Oh, look at that. A AAA credit rating from Grumpies. Thank you. Let's go over to debt. Let's go to debt. We have... Damn, we don't have a surplus, so we can't pay off our debt. What's going on, Nathan? Welcome to the live stream.
We have strong suspicions that this...
Oh, I wonder who it is. I wonder who's playing the FPS. Oh, yeah, look, this is like a weird like turn of events. Look at that. He got a little bow tie. He got a little bow tie there. He played an FPS shooter game and then bought a canister of gas, rented a van, and ordered explosive devices. Proceed with the arrest.
We've proceeded to discreetly arrest this suspect, who is now being placed in isolation. It
You
seems
start a podcast. Stop saying. Can you just stop? Like, hey, you want something? You don't have to repeat it like 5 times. Like, I see the comment. You don't have to say it every 5 minutes. And I have a podcast. It's just I don't have the content for the podcast, so I haven't continued the podcast. And I have a podcast, and I'm probably going to be going on it. Go subscribe to like AFM or Gen Z Patriot. Me and Gen Z Patriot are going to have our own what do you call it? A debate soon. PG started OnlyFans. Absolutely, I will do that. All affected people. See, this is not. You honored your engagements, and the whole population was compensated in Georgia, where it represents a total sum of $430 million. I had a lot of positive feedback on your policy for regarding compensation, and the government has responded perfectly to the needs of our fellow countrymen. Represents a total sum of $430 million. I gave him $600 million, and I gave him $430 million. Where did that other $160 million go? I don't know. But yeah, see, that was not per family. That number is not per family. Sometimes that number literally, instead of saying MS, it literally just gives you like a total sum, so you have to type in all the numbers, because I've done that by mistake by giving them only like $600. So yeah. So for Paralympics, ooh. Energy surplus. We're so good on energy now. I used to. Wait. Good?
It's true.
It's true that the.
following up.
Man, these are such mixed messages. 8% growth. Currency. Why is my inflation at 15%? Oh my god, why? Okay, something else is driving inflation up. Serving children asked for $500 million PG, and PG gives 500 euros. Are you gonna do anything else with your military? Yeah. We're slowly but surely increasing our military power. We have now over $1 billion in funding for our military. Maximo, if you say PG, we need a podcast one more time, I'm never going to podcast again. Okay, so word embargo comes from the Spanish embargo, which means hinder. It is a governmental and military pressure aimed at preventing free circulation of an object or merchandise as condemned by some free trade organizations. Oh, I bet. In 1977, the United States Security Council voted for an embargo on the sale of arms to South Africa. This helped undermine the regime and led to Nelson Mandela's release in 1990 and the abolition of apartheid. Oh my god. I'm gonna turn chat off. 18,000 reservists. That's actually really good. We're gonna make our way to the election.
For the moment.
And once we're done with this with the election, we're actually gonna try to get the manpower to about we're gonna try to get the manpower to 20,000. I really want like a 50,000 strong military. Is your birth rate above 20? Ability birth rate's half of that, but it is going down. Oh, I always forget about this, but I always like looking at it. Wow, 41% in for heart disease. Do we have a tax on tobacco? Tobacco. We do not. We need a tax on tobacco. Oh God, excuse me. As a way for the state to increase its income and reduce consumption of tobacco, the main risk factor behind cancer. Oh yeah, we're going to start fighting tobacco soon. Oh, where's the heart disease coming from? Oh, I wonder. But Jesus Christ. Okay, so possible causes are tobacco, inactivity, atmospheric pollution, rich foods, alcohol, insufficient quality of public health. So we need both greater funding for our healthcare, and we also need a tax on tobacco. And then so we have stroke, which is number 2. Other types of cancers is number 3. So let's look at stroke, causes of that: alcohol, tobacco, inactivity, rich foods, insufficient quality of public health. So heart disease and stroke completely interconnected. Makes sense. I think he's already turned off chat. No, I haven't. I'm just ignoring y'all. Automobile accidents. At least our automobile accidents, only out of 100,000 people, 14 have died. Neurological disease. Kidney, suicide, what is that? Oh my god, suicides are up. Possible causes: inadequate social and psychiatric services, inadequate emergency services, insufficient quality of public health, and unemployment. Jesus Christ, suicides are up about 60. What's going on, Quackshot? Welcome to the live stream. Colon cancer is up. Cancer is all up. We need to, after this election, we need to start funding our healthcare. What about psychiatrics? The psychiatric department funding. Let's go ahead and give that an additional 2 stars. PGH children, that's why he won't improve the birth rate. I think I promise family allowance. Oh my god, really? $1 for family allowances? Oh, yeah. Determine legislation on abortion. Abortion is legal on demand. We can move it down, actually. What about abortion illegal? That would save us $71,000. I'd actually have to double check this because I don't know if Georgia actually has legal on-demand abortion. Legislation on homosexual rights: no union but legal homosexuality. You can move that to illegal. I'm just kidding. Legalize same-sex parent adoption. Should we move this to civil union, or should we just leave it on no union but legal? maternity hospitals. Oh yeah, they do. Messenger, government ways. Yeah, I'm gonna reform the government once we win this election. Okay, how far are we from the election? So Parliament, 11-3. Presidential, we are 78 days away from the election. Good on electricity. Hang on. Terrorist file. Why are you not under surveillance? Almost forgot. Unemployment is flatline now. GDP per capita is at 7,000.
You've changed.
We have strong suspicion.
Yeah, of course you do. File. Just talk about suicide. Jesus. Proceed with an arrest.
The election campaign has officially begun. All candidates are now known. I would strongly recommend that you quickly outline your electoral program and actively participate in the campaign.
Just to remind you, you cannot propose or vote on new legislation during the campaign period, because this might influence voters. I would suggest keeping some of your most popular campaign promises to yourself for the moment. Then...
Alright. Ah, he was
You found
released.
absolutely.
Come on. He's about to commence a terror attack on Georgia. Please don't be a large scale. Please don't be a large scale. Please don't be a large scale. Okay, let's go to businessmen. Let's go to right wing. There. Religious. Pope, please meet with me. We have a Muslim population? Religions, Orthodox, Muslim, and oh yeah, 12% of the population is Muslim. Okay, so industrial pollution, campaign promise. Oh yeah, we have theater venue. Tuesday. Election. Aha, 31% popularity already. Okay, we're gonna go form a coalition, launch a fundraiser. Oh, Jesus Christ, these things are so expensive. 58% of the vote. 58% of the vote. As the election comes closer, we'll go ahead and ask that some parties step aside. Kalashnikov attack in front of National Museum, 1 dead. Well, at least this wasn't a large-scale attack.
Your campaign...
In a statement.
Yeah. He was known by the secret services. We tried to do what he could, but we were not quick enough. So that hurts. So we're gonna make sure to stay on top of it. Illegally fund your party? Oh, crap.
That's very... Yes.
Illegally fund the party. So we're not gonna risk our ass in this. We're just gonna go for a fundraising campaign. But we're gonna reform the finance system after
Our
this.
governmental cell in
Go legislation, funding of political parties. We could do mixed and unlimited funding, or we could do private funding only. Political parties are either funded by the public sector alone or by a mix of public and private sectors. In the case of mixed funding, there may be a limit to the funding they can receive. In this instance, large donations from private individuals are banned, and expenditure, the costs of an election campaign, are limited for each term in office. Argus, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Let's keep the chat PG. Good one, RG. Swear to God. Do you have doubts about your victory in the elections? Coalition of political parties could be the answer to your worries. Candidates from coalition parties would withdraw and move their votes to your single candidate. Of course, it would be necessary for you to commit to a common program and expect to grant ministerial posts once in power. It is up to you. But I am not in a position yet in which I need to worry about. Which actually, oh yeah, we have a 2-round system. Let's go over here, head of states. System, 2 turns, yep. So we at least just need to stay ahead. We at least need to stay ahead in the polls, and make it at least into second place. And if we do that, we are fine. But it looks like that who is this? The DRG? The DRG apparently is trash right now because they apparently have already lost 21 points in program popularity while we are ahead at 31 points. So this might be an easy win for us. So what are we at? Come on. What are we at? I want to see my money. $7.8 million. What is the budget cap? That's what I need to figure out. What is our budget cap? Budget ceiling, $35 million. So we can only spend $35 million on our campaign. There's so many benefits to that, but there are also not a lot of benefits to that. Okay, South Ossetia. South Ossetia is actually the one that we don't even have an issue with because there's no terrorist group there. PG, you can change your party's ideology. I can, but should I? Okay, so Friday. What are we at? 61 days from the election. Okay, so we did 2 things that the party likes. Let's go ahead and do one thing that's... 2 things that the people like. Let's do one thing that the party will like. Manpower, yep. They like that. 46. Program popularity. $475 million in cash surplus. Accumulate at 20%. $670 million. Let's pay off the World Bank. Let's buy back that loan. And that leaves us with $705 million. And that actually puts our interest rates below $1 million.
Terrible.
Your campaign is terrible. Well, looks like everyone else doesn't care, so... investing in cyber protection. Can we do $500,000? Cyber protection lets you perform a security audit on local networks, databases, websites, messaging, and modify systems accordingly. It also includes a training module to educate personnel on cybersecurity. Let's go ahead and do that. Total expenditures right now are at $8.25 million. We're gonna get like probably a handful of money from the what do you call it, that fundraiser that we're gonna do 58 days from the election. Did you fix the inflation, keep growth rate low for a year or two? Well, I'm in the middle of a campaign, so I can't really do anything now. Okay, so we're about a month from the parliamentary election. As you know very well, the other election takes place simultaneously. The presidential election will determine the National Assembly's new competition. On this field, the battle will also rage. The results should naturally come consistent with the presidential election. We'll analyze them in full detail. 8.57 annual growth, falling estimate.
Here is our growth forecast.
It's a very good figure. No, it's not. Dodos have been cloned in the United States, and Tasmanian tiger has also been cloned. Mammoths have also been cloned, and 4% unemployment. Argus says H. Cool. Where are you going? You were going to Rossville International Airport. Or Churasky? Churasky, okay. So I think that's really cool that we have planes now whenever we didn't. We need to do an international airport and start building aeronautical industry in the country. Cyber attack on... Of course. 38%? We were literally at 58%. We just dropped 20 points. We may have had a couple of people drop out. Oh, it's because, I think it's because the DRG is sucking so bad that the other parties, like the UTR and the UCC, are both accumulating power from that. So again, the biggest thing is, so long as we stay in second place, at least in the top two, we're fine. But that makes sense because the secondary party, the main opposition, is sucking so bad right now that they're losing vote share to other parties. Therefore, we lose vote share because of them. So, increase industrial pollution tax. I already did. Raise key interest rate, higher taxes, slow spending over time, keep wages low.
The fundraising campaign has been really successful.
$9 million. Cyber attack on our party. Well, good thing we didn't do anything. But they are going to reveal some information before the election, but I highly doubt that that's going to affect us in the long run. 34 days from the election. Elections. So let's go over here. Theater venue, Tuesday the 22nd. Let's do budget and we're maintenance. A couple of things that our party would like and that people would like. Increase wages contribute to inflation. You want wages growing, but not too fast. Well, no wonder. Currency 16.85. That has to be because of the wages. All things related to rising prices and business costs, that's the impact of inflation. High density in the labs are already trying to solve that issue for you guys, so just wait a couple more months. Another poll out. Elections, CLP 38%, UTR 17.9, DRG. See, look at that. This wow, the DRG. I've never seen the main opposition do so horribly in this game before. This is an interesting playthrough because everything is going wrong for a lot of the parties in power. But UTR is now, the Union for a Traditional Republic, is now the main opposition. Look at that. 848,000 from the previous election. And these guys got 1.37 million in the previous election. They got 29% in the previous one. These guys got 14%. That is not supposed to be happening. The UCC got 3.2% in the previous election. They have 4 seats in the parliament. And now they have 10%. We get cyber attacked again. Okay, so it is Halloween. I think we do have should have the parliamentary election on the 3rd. There's not much we can do with the parliamentary election. 11-3. Where's the election? 11-3-2024. Days. Okay, so I guess we're supposed to have the election at the same time? Okay, so yeah, they did say simultaneously. I don't understand why it says congressional elections are on the 3rd. Huh. Okay. Oh my god, the socialists just took the lead. Okay, we need to do something that's going to throw us ahead. Oh, employer! Yeah, we need to increase employer social security payments, so let's go ahead and promise that. Well, that didn't work. No, actually, it kind of did, but... we need to continue to campaign. So we took the lead again. Go to South Ossetia. Wednesday. What else do we want to do? Associations. What's something the party would really like? Fight against illegal immigration. We can do that. They would really like that. Ah, yeah. Oh my god, that lowered. That lowered. Launch a fundraiser for the party. Funds raised during last campaign, $13 million. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's run one more. That'll take about 14 days. I have reduced my inflation by about 1% while maintaining 9% growth. How did he do that? You can spend on transportation projects and energy projects. Tarantulas causes the death of an official.
It is.
Oh. 77 seats in the parliament. Oh my god! Holy crap, look at this! It is a total right-wing parliament now. Wow, I've never... That is insane. Look at that. All of the socialist parties got wiped out in the parliament. All of them. Head of state leads. 38-20. Oh yeah, we were definitely in the clear for this presidential race. Again, we go to a 2-round system. Hunger strike. "18 days from the election." Did you ask a party to bow out? I did not. I absolutely did not ask any party to bow out. I was going to ask one of the right-wing parties to bow out. But literally, we have effective control over the parliament. The bad thing about it is that if I want to pass anything that is remotely left-wing, it's going to be impossible now. But in terms of party wing, like we have 100% control over the parliament. All of it.
You are...
Oh yeah, hang on. So we have an oil platform, but it's barely even producing oil. Go to finance, 8.1.
The fundraising campaign has been...
Alright, cool. How many more days? We got 6 days from the election. Okay, so we got one more new poll out, 38%, 20. Okay. Yeah, we are effectively good as of right now. Let's do criticize of all of the major parties. Criticize, and criticize. What about the far right? What are they doing right now? Elections, 10%. 3.88 million voters are called on to express their votes. Their opinions through the ballot boxes. We'll have the results day after tomorrow.
I did.
You two to death. Yeah, you gonna watch a coup for me?
Good evening. The majority of votes have been counted.
Okay.
And we can now
Hopefully
give
we
you
don't end up like
the
Taiwan.
first round results. Take a look at this.
Please. We're on the very far left. 8, 9, 20. Oh, yeah. Commanding victory into the second round. 36%. We won in the first round.
My friends, although we are still waiting for the final results to be confirmed, we do know that I am definitely through to the second round. I would like to thank everyone who has supported me, but I must add that the fight is far from over, and we must continue campaigning through to the runoff election. We must now reach out further afield to the men and women who share our ideals and refuse to be held back by my opponent's inept political program.
Jesus.
Thank you.
So we go to the second round with the DRG. When is the second round? Let's go to our book. Televised debate is in 3 days. Huzzah! Yes. At least we made it to the second round. Denaria wins easily. So campaign between the 2 rounds. Denaria Parlava wins easily to be, according to the polls. If one believes the polls, Madam President, your election with 66% of the vote intention would be a simple formality. So in the second round, we are likely to win a very commanding victory over our opponent. It is now the day of the debate. 29% of the population is uninterested in the election, and a voter turnout of 70%.
Good evening. The highly anticipated debate will begin in a few moments' time. The candidates are ready. Naturally, we will ensure that they are given equal speaking time. This will be closely monitored. We have also set up a new instant polling system to gauge viewers' reactions to the candidates' arguments and, in some ways, define the winner of the debate. Let's get to the first part of the program.
Immigration.
So, what's your opinion on the matter?
So we're going to do integration policy. Do we want it? I really want to do an open one just so we can get more workers. So we're not going to promise an open system. Conduct an operation, regularize the situation. Thunderdome. Do we require visas? Yes, we do. Massive operation. See a basic subsidy.
It is an objective reality and makes sense.
Thank you.
She's gonna come in and say like.
And moving on.
I like how there are 2 women, by the way. Restricted and monitoring. Yeah, let's see how this happens.
It is an objective reality and makes sense. We cannot welcome all the world's poverty.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Let's move on to another issue.
Topic.
So, what's your
Culture? Yeah, fun to circus.
Our culture
Just like
is
your party.
renowned in...
Very well. Coming over to you.
Let's do additional funding for museums.
Our culture is renowned.
Thank you.
Damn.
It's now time.
Well, I would like some
Oh, yeah, okay.
Our national defense is the pillar of our sovereignty. As head of state and head of the armed forces.
Boring.
I would like to hear you talk about.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In these difficult
off of
times,
that.
it is essential that the various government...
Thank you. We are now.
Establish a minimum wage.
Purchasing power drives...
So this is like one final promise. Let's do an additional 20,000 in education.
National education must not be analyzed.
Thank you once again to our instant polling system. Good evening.
I swear to God, if I lose this election, there's no way I can lose this election. 100% of the viewers found her compelling. I don't want to lose. 54%. Oh, God.
The prepper.
I'll go.
lose this election, please. We need it to happen close. I assume it's going to happen in the next few days. Second round's election, paying attention to results day after tomorrow. Oh.
Good evening.
Oh god. Oh god. Please, 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 please. Please, please stop at 46% for Sarah. Please. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, yes. 45. That means 50. Oh.
We're now going to go live
God.
to the new head of state at their campaign headquarters.
It is with emotion and gratitude that I thank those who have renewed their confidence in me. I know I will prove worthy of their confidence without dismissing those who did not vote for me, because it is a united people that I want to govern in order to foster a mighty nation.
Oh. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Effectively are reconfirmed as the head of states. That election victory that PG almost messed up all by himself. Maybe that means that I shouldn't rush through the TV debate. So we're gonna go ahead and go over a couple of days until we are officially nominated. We should be officially nominated. I mean, we should be able to continue our policies. Inflation. And the growth is only 8%. This is definitely a price issue. Some things are going to be really hard for us to pass
It's awful.
Uh-oh. Cabinet. Oh, wow. The Minister of the Environment has been assassinated. Build position. Already did it. $39 million added. Ministry's budget.
Here are the GDP.
$35 billion surplus.
Purchasing.
Or GDP is what I meant to say. We're going to go forward until we pass these tax increases. We really need to get this growth under control. Well, not the growth, but... So this is definitely a price thing. Like, this is really because of the prices that are being set forth right now. Carbon nanofiber, 24 million, chemicals... we don't have a pharmaceutical industry. RG, welcome to the plebeian role. If you guys have not become a member, go ahead and become a member of the channel. Always helps out. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do post it to my channel. And just continue to support my channel. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. My membership was canceled due to card failures. RG, come on. Come on, man. Growth. Did all of those pass? Employer is going to pass on the 14th.
The bill has
7%. I should become a member one day. Yeah. The more members I get, the better it is. If I donated $1,000, please do. Make an OnlyFans for what? What would I post on there? Nothing. Let's look. Let's look at my economic power right now. Economy. Economic power. 35, so we are now stronger than Honduras and lower than Sudan. We're about to be in the top 100 economies of the world. What were we before? 122, and then now nearly 100. What about here? Do we get custom duty $72 million? Nearly $1 billion off sectors nationalized and $408 million off other tax revenues. You should join the EU. Joining NATO and the EU are still a part of the plan. We just have yet. Oh yeah, actually, before we go today, let's try to join NATO because we're literally one vote short on NATO. So, where are we at? Apply. Join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. EU increases wages because of high inflation has increased the prices of basic goods. But that's kind of like, it's the fun thing about inflation. Declare war on Russia. Sure! Oh, we got a strike! Employers' contributions. Hang on. File accepted by NATO. Popular strike. High level of security, social security contributions to cause these disturbances. I have already deployed them and maintained public order. Swing to the right, increase company contributions and law on employer social security payments. That's here on television. It's powerless, wow.
Many people watched your
I understand the disappointment, even the resentment felt by the strikers. But today, I officially ask them to go back to work because they are harming themselves and their country this way. As soon as this is done, the government will take responsibility for investigating and responding to their demands.
To their demands. This is gonna hit the economy. NATO membership refused. Huh, we were like 1 vote short one time, and then now we're missing 5 votes. That sucks. GDP numbers, not everything. Check how many people are below poverty. %. Alright, strike's almost over. AIDS vaccine in the United States, finally. Go to February. We got 5 years to like make our promises go through. Oh, look at that! Inflation is going down. Okay. And growth is now at 6%. Thank you. Is this road done? Oh, it is. Aha! Now we just need to build one over to Sukumi. Alright, let's go over here. Let's pause. Go to conventional gas. $3 billion. Nearly $10 billion. Wow. And $1 billion. Oh, finally! Conventional oil now hits $1 billion in sales and $380 million in what do you call it? Profits. So if we sold it to the private sector, which we could do, we could get a total of $3.5 billion. Uranium. I need to import uranium before, well, I mean, once we build like a 3rd generation nuclear power plant, then we can go for that. Let's go to nuclear fusion plants, and we should discover this year. So I am excited to discover that. 10%. Our annual report on transportation shows the number of electric cars increasing to around 10% of total cars. This should make a dent in atmospheric pollution, especially harmful substances in our major cities. Cool. Semi-nationalization is always the best. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna like semi-nationalize it. We're gonna semi-privatize it. That way we can get, pretty good chunk of money, and we're not just selling the whole thing to the private sector. But that's what I'm gonna do. PTK's got the communism. And soon enough, 42 million tons of freight are now being sent to the port. We're also going to build a highway to Batumi, from Kutisi to Batumi, and then we're also going to build one from Kutisi to Sukumi. So that way we have effective transportation modes across the country. State owns oil wells, don't need to pay income tax. Simple. Services, hair laws, attraction parks. Let's do $5 million. You know what? We're going to hold off on the growth for right now. $35 billion. Can't wait for it out to hit $50 billion. What is our economy compared to Azerbaijan yet now? So $35 billion, $74 billion. We're still competing heavily against Azerbaijan, and soon enough we can effectively go over them. We also need to go to Secret Services, cyber awareness and cybersecurity. And let's go over to Abkhazia Free Fronts, place under surveillance. And I think we're going to go ahead. We've been streaming for an hour and 41 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm going to try to shoot for another one of these streams very soon. I'm going to try to do it by today. And if not, then we can do it tomorrow. So, guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything on this channel. If you guys, we're going to go ahead and shoot to increase military power. We're going to fulfill election promises in the next episode. And we are also going to possibly privatize that sector. But we really, really, really need to fight this inflation. Really want to get inflation under 10% and actually control it control it there. So we will figure out an effective economic policy in the next episode. So go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more, hit that bell notification icon, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching this, and take care. See you guys in the next one.